the next level. I'm the Reignmaker, make room. It's the Reignmaker, make room.
Hello. How y'all doing? How's everybody?
I'm the Reignmaker, make room.
Yes.
It's the Reignmaker, make room.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How do we redefine who we are? Do we even think about what's next in our life? Or are we just rolling through? But today, a couple things we're gonna hit on. Tools to help you hit the reset button and redefine who you are. Start over. We've been living these lives for a long time. Hadn't had a chance to take a pause break, be creative, be able to dream again. What does it mean to trust the process? After this is when I realized I had a shot. I had a shot, that's one. That's two, that's three, that's four, that's five, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was fun. Goal. I want to do that for the rest of my life. I believed in myself. For some reason, I thought I could actually beat the odds and do the impossible. Just as I was finishing 8th grade, getting ready to start my 9th grade year, I ruptured my patella tendon. I pulled my kneecap off. Still had this dream. I was still a little kid who had a dream. First setback I had in my life. First time I saw a dream that I wanted, and all of a sudden it was gone, unless I made a choice. I created these tools, set the goals subconsciously. The goal was always the NFL. Commit to it. Well, the doctors, the trainers say if you rehab, but most importantly, you gotta stay disciplined. You got a goal. You want a goal that very, very few people ever will have a chance to even think is possible. And work ethic, hard work, effort. Like actually giving a true, honest, hard effort. And then consistency every day, every night, every day, every night, every day, every night. To redevelop who I was, just to make me good enough to participate. Started to get some national attention. Became the ESPN Junior of the Year. Man, 18 years old. They're telling me I might be one of the best athletes ever. Better than my brother too. I had to let him know that too when I saw him. After spending a lot of time with a lot of coaches, Nick Saban stole my heart. And I was ready to go to Michigan State, go green. Once I got to Michigan State, they're faster than me, they're stronger than me. I'm like, should I even be here? And then March of my freshman year, my mom passed. She died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. When she passed, that was my second setback. Like, what am I doing this for? Why am I here? But now I have to work on the here and now. And that's getting up. That's going to class. That's doing the simple things to keep life going after my mother was no longer here. This is what she would want you to do. This is your why. And I started standing on trucks. I started to realize I can compete at this level. So I didn't realize there's a reason why I'm here. They just didn't call me out the street. I got confidence. I got courage. I had motivation. And then it happened. With the 18th pick overall in the 2002 NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected me. Mama, we made it. Dream realized, goal realized, destination realized, obstacles overcame, everything. I'm here. I also got complacent. Lost a little bit of that focus that I had. I lost the passion. I lost the fire. This routine that I had created that all my life, now is a rut. And I didn't want to pull myself out because I'm in the NFL. Who pulls themselves out of the NFL? Who stops doing that? You're crazy. But that wasn't who I was and wasn't healthy for what I wanted to do. I'm more excited about an unknown future rather than this dream I already realized. So I walked away from the game. But I had no routine. I had no destination, no goal. So therefore I had no rules, no laws Nothing to hold me accountable. I was entering this downward spiral. I was losing my identity. I was lost in transition. I didn't know who I was. And I was depressed for about 2 years, like questioning my decision because my value was in the sport and a game and a goal that I had already accomplished. My identity was in that. That's what I thought people wanted me to be. And I couldn't give them that no more. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to do anything. I realized that you don't make change until you're sufficiently disturbed. That's not who I was to my core. So what did I do? How did I get out of here? I started to emulate people who actually cared for people without looking for anything in return. And the thing that was in common with all those people were fasting. I went on a 40-day fast of just water. I figured every time I stepped on the football field, I took a chance at life or death anyway. What's any difference now? And that was a chance for a game. This is a game of real life. And I decided to have a conversation with me. And as the harder questions started to come out, the harder it was for me to answer these questions to myself. I couldn't give myself an answer, and I'm the only one there. For years, I've been thinking about them, talking about them, weighing me down, but I couldn't express them out loud. I couldn't own things that happened in my childhood. I couldn't own things that I've done to other people. I couldn't own my space being free to create who I wanted to. I couldn't do that. The way I used to live didn't hold me back anymore. I was free to create whoever I wanted to be without any limits. And because I achieved playing in the NFL, I knew that anything's possible. And these tools now became my rules and my laws of who I'm creating at 30 years old now. This is my plan for the next 10 years, is what I'm creating in the moment of that fast. My goals changed. I committed to myself first, then the goal, then the process. Consistency, stay on track, show up every day. I knew if I really wanted to achieve these dreams, these goals, I had to give an honest effort every single day. I knew if I achieved this on a regular basis, greatness is on the other side of that. Goals are on the other side of that. Happiness and joy for me is on the other side of that. So now I'm owning my space. I'm owning my being. I'm uncovering things I had no idea I had. Sports limited me. Sports was a path. Me? Limitless. Knowing what I know now. Going back to tell myself, be patient. And know that you're starting over. Like, this ego can't walk into the room anymore. This is a long game, bro. This is a long game. You got a lot of time, God willing. And God willing, you'll reach your reason. But also, that was building who I was to be able to share, to be able to tell the story. And these life lessons, I wouldn't have been able to learn. I wouldn't have been able to speak to anyone if my life would have just been smooth and clean. Made me have to be able to get in to everyone's shoes. I had to take my blinders off. And I didn't notice that as a kid because my dream was so big that these minor daily distractions, I could run through them. Never gonna take me away from my goal. The doubt, the why am I not where I'm supposed to be already? Did I mess up? What did I do wrong? The realization of I am right where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be at the time to have the impact in lives that are choosing to make something better for themselves. That's my space, and I owned it. Had to come up with new workouts, new methods. Got into numerology. I don't know if you know what numerology is or a life path number. And then yoga. I heard you mention yoga a little while ago. But most importantly, meditation, visualization. But then we stop at some point having these dreams. And there's so much noise in our world. Just noise. We can't even think. 10 years now. We're 10 years into it. Duckett Enterprises. I'm a life coach. I'm a mentor. My brother and I have a facilities management company called Duckett Brothers Facilities Management. My nonprofit, New World Flood, flooding the world through giving and service, a single raindrop at a time. I'm a screen printer. I own a screen printing company. And I'm speaking. 10 years ago, I committed to this process of recreating who I was, redefining what my life meant to me. We can take over the world. One conversation at a time, one action at a time, one person, one belief. And I spend my days like a mad scientist trying to figure out how can I have an impact? How can I make a difference? How can I create my legacy? This is the process that I've taught hundreds of people. You gotta believe in yourself. Develop a plan and a timeline. And then allow others to help you get there. And the things I talked about today are conversations with yourself, nobody else. And then once you've made some of these decisions, trust the process. Some seasons will be losing seasons, and the losing seasons are what make the championship seasons. And the question is, will you still be the same champion you are now in the face of adversity? As a kid, I had one dream. There were a lot of ups and downs, a lot of obstacles, a lot of things happened, but I achieved it. And in the start of this second dream, the second life, this reincarnation, this rebirth, I could consciously plan, create, develop who I wanted to be. We all have the ability to do that. Nobody is gifted in any way with how they can dream and how much effort they choose. Now, we can limit ourselves by the size of our dream, and maybe that's because we aren't willing to put that much effort into it either, and we don't want to stand out. But if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to see what's possible, you want to see how great you can be, add on to your legacy, expand your world. What do you want? Who do you want to become? Who's watching you? Who will you be the example for of what to do or of what not to do? The choice is yours. The opportunities for all of us. Who's going to pick it up and run with their own life until they can no longer run again? And the game of life will be over. We'll get to see what you did, see where you're at. And I'm on my way to being able to speak, share my message, and hopefully inspire the whole entire world. And I'm done. This has been great.
It's the Reignmaker make room. I'm the Reignmaker make room.